Com. We're here live in Middleton, New Jersey with hot amateur prospect Julian Rodriguez. Julian, for those that don't know you, tell us who you are, man.
I was a 2012 Olympic alternate for the junior welterweight division. I was an amateur standout since I was 10 years old, fighting, traveling, winning a lot of tournaments, ranked #1 in the country and stuff like that. I recently turned pro under Top Rank, and I had my debut, I think it was September 26th, was it? 28. Yeah, 28. And I had a first round knockout, so here I am training for my next fight December 7th.
Obviously, as a prospect, sometimes you don't know when or who is your opponent. Do you have an opponent set and date, or is that still up in the air?
I have an opponent, his name is Victor Galindo, he's from Puerto Rico.
And what weight is this fight taking place at?
I think 141.
141. So it's safe to say you're going to campaign at the junior welterweight limit?
Yeah.
So for those that don't know you, why boxing? I ask these prospects all the time, why boxing? Why is boxing the sport for you?
Well, it's all I know. I've been doing boxing since I was like 7 years old, so I don't know anything else. This is my life. It's not even a sport anymore. It's my life. It's a lifestyle now for me.
There are a lot of guys that don't respect the sport. I know we said that. I mean, how committed are you to the sport?
But like I said, this is my life. Ever since I was 7 years old, I'd be waking up 5 in the morning. It's like in me to do that. You know what I mean? So I just grew up into the sport.
And what type of boxer are you? I mean, who'd you mold yourself after? I mean, is there guys you looked up to coming up? I mean, is there some guy that you wanted to be like as you were, coming up as an amateur, 7 years old, like you were saying?
When I was younger, I used to love Joe Frazier a lot. And I would always come in, throw hooks to the body, hooks to the head. As I got older, I started to work on my skills a lot more, and I started to look at Salvador Sanchez a lot and stuff like that. Those are my top 2 favorite fighters. And I kind of consider myself a boxer puncher. I could box when I need to. I could walk you down if I need to. It all depends on the fight.
So are you officially with Top Rank at the moment?
Yeah.
So how does it feel? I mean, the oldest, the biggest promotional company came out to you and signed you. I mean, I think that's a big deal. I mean, you were a hot prospect. I heard your name before, and now you're with Top Rank.
It feels good, but it also it makes me feel secure. You know what I mean? Because this is a dirty business. So the fact that I have the biggest and the best promotional company behind me, it makes me feel safe, and I don't have to worry about all that garbage. I just have to worry about training hard for my fights, and they mold the fighter, so I feel comfortable on the Top Rank.
And how do you see yourself being moved by Top Rank?
I mean, they're shooting a lot of different plans for me, but everything sounds great. You know what I mean? I'm still young, so I mean, I don't know if they're gonna move me that fast, but everything is going smoothly so far.
So we're gonna see you December 7th. You're gonna be on a nice little prime stage. I mean, it's AC. Do you see yourself going from the smaller room to the bigger room, little by little? I mean, it's an hour and a half drive from North Jersey, so it could be a solid home base for you.
Yeah. I mean, especially me and my teammate Glenn Tapia. I mean, I feel like if I fight on his undercards a lot, he already has a big fan base, and a lot of his fans are my fans too. So I feel like Atlantic City can be our home base, and it's gonna, like how it was for Toro Gotti. I think it could be like that for us too.
What have you learned from Glenn? I mean, he's been in the pro game for a few years now. I mean, he knows the ins, the outs. I mean, what have you learned from Glenn Tapia?
I mean, I was with him since the amateurs. I know, he's a very tough guy, and just being in a training camp alone, we push each other. We're like brothers, you know what I mean? So it's just the way, he's very much like me. I'm very much like him. So whenever we see each other slipping, we know exactly what to do or exactly what to say. So
finally, December 7th. I know you won't be on TV, but for those that are in attendance, what can they expect from Julian Rodriguez?
I just want to show everyone that I'm a mature fighter. A lot of people who turn pro go in there and try to knock the person out in the first round, or I'm not trying to show that or do that. I'm trying to show that I have a good jab, show that I'm very seasoned as a fighter, even though I only have one fight. You know what I mean? And I think Top Rank saw that, when they looked at me in the amateurs, and which is why I think they signed me. But I'm just gonna show everyone that I'm a mature fighter, even though I'm still very young and I only have one fight under my belt.
Where do you have it with Julian Rodriguez, who fights December 7th in AC?